Hey guys, hope you're all doing fantastic today. First off, sorry if you can hear the TV. It's later at night and I'm just about to close up everything and hit the hay. Got the video uploaded today for the last vlog. And obviously already starting on the new one. But I'm really pumped. I got, in the last video at least, I mentioned that I wanted to come up with a schedule for when I was doing different videos and setting certain days aside for that. And I have that. And I'm okay showing you this now because you'll most likely see at least a few of these videos out by the time this actually goes out. If not, by the end of this week, you'll have 2 of the videos out. So I wanted to show you at least what I'm working on for June. But I don't want to show you July and August because I actually have it all the way planned out now until the very end of August, which is awesome. That's what I was looking forward to. So just looking at June of this year, or the rest of this month basically, I have meeting and video editing on every Monday. And what that means is obviously video editing, but meeting is more or less just a very professional way of looking at it like an actual business meeting. Does anything need to be addressed for the coming week, from the prior week? Does anything need to be changed as far as like art or video editing software, or do I need to contact anyone for a collab like Mitchell, or working on art with Jackie, stuff like that. That'll be going on Monday. And then Tuesday and Thursdays are made for the main core games. So you have Stardew Valley, Dragon Quest is also going to be thrown up in there as well. And then you have Wednesday and Fridays, which are basically any shorter videos. As of right now, they're one and done videos, but I'm definitely thinking about having other things listed on there, like any challenges, maybe some art videos going up as well for stuff like that. It's not going to be all 100% gaming throughout the year, but it's going to be based around the gaming aspect of stuff. But this pumps me up and I am ecstatic about it. I am so content with how the channel is going to go now with this, and I couldn't be happier. So I'm very much looking forward to putting out a lot of content for you guys. I am trying a little trial and error project for art. So normally when you want paper to look older, you use coffee, but there's a certain mixture of coffee and something else. I don't know if it's water exactly, but you use that to put it in a pan, lay your paper in it, and let it like heat up in an oven for a little while. Well, instead of doing that, I'm going to make a cup of coffee. This is French vanilla, Dunkin'. I'm gonna make it, but then I'm gonna try and paint it onto the paper and not really soak it in the coffee, but I want to like dampen it enough to where it lightens up the paper, makes it look old and distressed. And we'll see how. Oh wow, that smells absolutely lovely. I don't even like coffee. I'm gonna try getting into coffee, and this is a good way to do it. Makes the place smell nice, I can do art projects, and it gives me energy. And there is our cup of coffee. Cup of joe. So I learned a couple things. One, painting coffee onto the paper, yes it works, but not to the extent that I wanted. So I just put the coffee in here. It was very, that's gonna pop. It's gonna be a very thin layer of coffee, but enough to cover the paper, or a few sheets of paper depending on how much you want to make. And then I just let it soak in the coffee to absorb a lot more of it. Because painting like this, you're literally only giving it a very light layer on top of the paper. So let's go take a look at the paper and see how it dried. So this was just a trial. I just typed up something, put a little logo on it, and the paper actually turned out really well. Gave it a few creases. It dried darker. I'm gonna put some maybe little burn marks on the edges, rough it up a little bit, make it look worn and torn, and that's gonna get the notice across. I think I actually want to do even more work to this one to kind of show the age and just the deterioration of it from the weather and stuff like that. So I'm gonna do a little bit more work on this, and I'll probably show you that tomorrow. All right, so it's the next day now. I hit a little bit of a snag with my printer where I was trying to work on some more of that D&D stuff, printing out different kinds of samples and whatnot, and trying the coffee thing. The coffee thing worked fantastic. Like this is great. Like it looks, it's got a good tint to it. It looks like something that was written a while back. It's got some age to it, it's got some distress. but I feel like I could do even more. The coffee was a little too watered down, I think. I think it needed to be a little darker. I could also let this soak for a lot longer too. I could use, like, I could just splatter this stuff on there to put like some stains on it. From what I read, you could also use tea to do that too, which totally makes sense because basically it's the same thing as coffee. You're just using it to dye the paper, pretty much. That being said, I ran into a little bit of a snag with my printer where because I haven't used my actual printer in a while, and I should have had about half of the ink in my color and black, and I think they just dried out, which is really unfortunate. I had a spare color, but I need a black one, so I need to go get one of those this week. I'll probably go sometime tomorrow, if not the day after. We'll see. Ended up passing out on the couch. I'm now home from work, and I'm trying to look at the weather, because apparently we have tornado watches. I mean, it is another warm day. The real field temperature right now is 97 degrees. It's 91 for a normal. That's warm. That's way too warm. But let's see what this tornado watch is about. Heat advisory until 8 p.m. tonight. Tornado watch ends tonight at 10. It's 3:30. That's like 6.5 hours away. Holy cow. I mean, we are supposed to get thunderstorms sometime around like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. So, I mean, there you go. I can see that. But at 10 o'clock at night? So yeah, this should be interesting. Cool. But I'm going to do some cardio, and then I will see you guys in a little bit. Yeah, I think we got some rough weather coming in. I've already heard reports of tornado spirals, some rotation sighted. I think a tornado actually did touch down further up north. But yeah, look at this. That is some red. That is some deep, deep red there. And then if I switch over to AccuWeather, theirs actually makes me a little bit more worried, so I'm not sure who to believe on this one. But Weather Channel just shows red for severity, or orange and yellow and green, stuff like that. They really don't dip too much into the pinks and purples, but AccuWeather is definitely showing some pinks and purples along this thing, like all over the place. It's kind of speckled. Interesting. Regardless, this is going to bring some heavy weather, so I'm going to go make sure I got some batteries just in case the power goes out, and we're going to finish uploading Bastion. Oh, it's so humid out right now. I kind of wish my roof right here actually went down a little further, just so I can actually stick out, like actually hang outside and relax a little bit, put like a little chair like right down here and enjoy the weather. There's also a lot more wind picking up now too. That's not good. Made sure to get myself a candle going. Got my phone charging, and on top of that I made sure to have my 24 pack of AA batteries out and my really good flashlight, just in case if the power does go out. Nice to have some backups. I came in my room to see if I can get a better look out this window, and yeah, that's rough. Some of the clouds I had to keep an eye on because they were actually kind of scary. A couple of them were moving in a few directions. Like we had some moving from the south, and it looked like some were moving from the east, I want to say. But that looked insane. And now we have this. So, yay! And I just got a warning on my phone for flash flood, and the tornado watch has increased in range. So, woo! Tested my light out too to see if that works right, and that is awesome. What I like about this light though is that, and I'll try to do it over here so it's not blinding the camera, there's two settings with it, because there's a lot of light bulbs, as you can probably see. So this is the not so bright setting, That's the bright setting. That lights up the entire condo. This thing is awesome. The only downside to it is that it does take 4 AA batteries, so I don't like to keep AA batteries in it, but I do like to test it from time to time just to make sure that it still works. And just in case I get lost out in the wilderness for some unknown reason, it's got a compass. It is 10 o'clock at night right now. I just took my trash out. I know it's a little late, but it was bothering me and it was just gonna eat away at my head and I wasn't gonna be able to go to sleep knowing that I still had a bag of trash out. So I took it out. It is 80 degrees out right now at 10 o'clock. 80 degrees. Tomorrow is gonna be rough. They're saying at one point it's gonna be literally roughly 100, 102 degrees with a real field temperature of up to 110. I was not made for this weather. But one thing I do want to talk about is my Tupperware. I got blue and green. Let me show you the green. Got blue and green, and I'm going through my Tupperware and I'm like, you know what? I want to change my diet because the way I'm doing things right now is not exactly getting me on a good path. Like I did cut down on a lot of my junk food. I don't eat as much junk food as I used to, which is good, but I'm still not completely off of it. And that's something I want to change moving forward down the road. So if I can change my diet now to incorporate the stuff that I should be eating, the lean meats, the oats, fruits, vegetables, if I can get healthier assortments of those and do like more veggies, a little less fruits because of the sugar, or a little less red meat, doing chicken breast, staying away from steaks as much, although I do love a good steak, but kind of going with that kind of stuff and setting myself up for a routine that I can carry with me for a very long time. So it's not changing a short-term diet, it's changing my long-term diet, my dietary stuff. So I am thinking tomorrow I may pick up some red Tupperware, organizing my foods and having them organized by like green is veggies, blue is fruits, red is meats, having those organized in my fridge so I can just be like, okay, I need to have a diet that's more, or a meal that's more plant-based right now, or more veggie-based, or more fruit-based for like a little bit more energy. Or if it's dinner time and I need to have some meat, or I think you would have that around lunch. And then maybe ending the night with like a salad or something. I don't know, something like that. I could just go in there and grab them and I'm good. But that's gonna do it for tonight. I am tired, getting everything sorted. I'm gonna relax, watch some ASMR videos, and then I will see you guys tomorrow. Just got back from the grocery store and I look like I just did the cardio for like 40 minutes. It is blazing hot out right now. I don't know where this came from. I don't know if there's a warm front going through, or a heat wave going through most of the US right now, or certain parts of it. I don't know what's going on. It is warm. So I went and picked up my my Tupperware with the red tops to it, among vastly other things. It blows my mind. Like I had, was it 5 bags and a couple big items that weren't in the bags, and it was like $150. So going through and washing my peppers right now. There were a few that I had to throw away, weren't too good, but the rest of them are pretty solid. Made sure to get plenty of Tupperware ready to go just in case I need any spare. Countertop is looking pretty organized right now. Got 2 different types of grain, whole grain, and regular. Plenty of water during the summer because don't really care for city water too much. It tastes kind of bland. So I got sugar, flour, 2 different kinds of oats. Got brown maple sugar and normal, regular below it. Got some potatoes that my mom gave me, as well as plenty of apples. Can't go wrong with apples. Also trying to keep the fridge organized. Celery I gotta go through yet, or the celery that I did purchase I gotta go through yet. I have some celery chopped up in here. Salad stuff over there. Also got some grapes and meat divided among those as well. Then all of these bags are veggies that you can just throw in the microwave and cook. And then this weekend I'm gonna go through the turkey breast and get that all grilled up and ready to go. My goal right now is to keep everything the way it is And if, like say I start going down on grapes or meats or any of my veggies and other fruits, then I can just take a quick little trip to the store and pick up like maybe 2 bags, a couple bags worth of stuff, instead of doing large trips where it's like $150, $200 worth of stuff over the span of like a month's worth of stuff all at one time. Instead of doing that, I could just stop and get a couple bags. So it'll save me a lot more money, I feel, in the long run, as well as a lot of hassle, because going to the store I don't mind. It's having to park in front of my building, unload all of that stuff, then take my car to the garage instead of having to run back and forth. So this saves me a lot of time and hopefully some money. So I noticed I never really had a proper outro on this video, and there were a couple other things that I wanted to talk about, but they're pretty big. One's about a purchase I recently made, and one is about the second trip that I had planned for Disney World, that I actually had planned for a long period of time now. There had to be a change made with that one. So I want to talk about that in the next video, because I don't think I'm gonna have enough time right now to talk about that stuff. Finally ended up getting my phone. Very happy about that. I ended up getting a Samsung Galaxy 22, and I'm finally getting used to a phone where I don't have to charge it like 4 times a day. And I can go off a battery with this one like for all day, and it's insane. I absolutely love it. So because of the information I want to tell you guys, I'll be sharing that in the next video. I'll put up a vlog in the next 2 to 3 days, just because that's a decent amount to talk about with just those 2 things. So I'll be putting like a shorter, like, I don't know, my aim is to have it like 9 to 10 minutes long, but just to go over some of the more recent things that have popped up. So I will go over that in the next video. I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. We're getting some rain right now, but otherwise it should be bright and sunny. And then I got a short week ahead of me because I took off the 1st and the 5th of July. So I'm looking at a 5-day weekend for the 4th. So I cannot wait for that. There's a lot of recording to put out for YouTube, and I also got some more art coming in from Jackie. So I'm looking forward to putting that up and showing you guys what it looks like. So I will see you guys in the next video. Take care and peace out.